Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And I have a question for you all. Do you think XRP can get to the number 1 or 2 spot by CoinMarketCap eventually? Do you think so? Yes or no? Put it in the comment section down below. And my own opinion is that I do think it's definitely possible. I mean, looking at Bitcoin, it's not really that good of a crypto. And Ethereum, there's a lot of problems. And I guess we have the Ethereum 2.0 coming up, but it will take years. Yet then again, there's so many other cryptos that do way better. And if we're talking about niche, well, Bitcoin has its own, Ethereum has its own, and XRP has its own. But XRP, as of this point, really excels in its niche. So it could definitely be that there's going to be some battle over which niche is going to be the most important, and thus which of those is going to overtake the highest market cap. Having said that, today we have a big update, so I definitely recommend you guys to sit down for a little second. But also, if you want to help out the channel, make sure you press the like button on the video. It just helps out. It doesn't give me any money. It doesn't do anything for me. It just helps the video perform a little bit better in the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to be updated or make sure you are, always up to date on everything, you have to subscribe. Once more, you don't have to do anything. I should say that differently, but it might help you out. So make sure you press that button too. So here we have an update on every single important thing that's going to happen in the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit in the next 2 weeks. First of all, let me quickly say, if there's anything happening from Ripple's side that's usually bullish, if there's anything happening from the SEC side that's usually bearish, but we figure it out here as we read further. So, Ripple on May 25th is going to give a response to the SEC May 18th letter motion filed under seal for a discovery conference concerning privileged materials. Then, May 27th, the SEC's reply to Ripple's opposition brief to the SEC motion to strike Ripple's lack of fair notice and due process defense. So once more, this May 27th is actually for right now the most important thing that we could get, because the fair notice defense is what's being brought up like crazy right now. And we also know that if the fair notice is basically thumbed up, or so whatever you want to call it, by the judge, then it could literally be that the SEC loses almost instantly, right? If this argument of fair notice can be proven, yeah, that could be really big. So the SEC right now is giving their reply to it, to the opposition brief of striking it down. And that might, again, hurt them in the ass if they keep putting up these weak-ass arguments to strike it down. Because once more, the SEC wants to get this defense out of the way. Because if this defense actually pulls through, once more, that could be really detrimental for the SEC. Then on the same day, the SEC combined letter motion 1 to seal the non-public SEC correspondence contained in Ripple's opposition to the motion to strike, and 2 in opposition to Ripple's motion to seal the legal memoranda. May 28th, SEC's reply to Ripple's response to the SEC's 18th of May letter motion filed under seal for a discovery conference concerning privileged materials. It's just May 28th is a reply to May 25th. So just 3 days afterwards. And then June 4th, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson's reply to the SEC's opposition brief for the motion to dismiss. Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit against them. Obviously, the the SEC lawsuit was against Ripple, but also against Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. They, once more, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, wanted to get rid of the basic suit against those two as individuals. They want to only have it against Ripple. And the SEC gave a response to that, and now those guys are also going to respond again. And then June 10th, Ripple's response to the SEC motion to seal the non-public SEC correspondence contained in Ripple Labs' opposition to the motion to strike. And then we are still waiting for some decisions regarding the following: whether there will be an oral argument on the motion to intervene, on the motion to intervene itself, and on the SEC's motion to compel Ripple to turn over documents regarding legal advice Ripple received about whether sales or offers of XRP were securities. So the first part here is basically, is there going to be a hearing for the motion to intervene? Is there going to be Ripple's side, the SEC side, and John Dean's side, and the judge that are going to talk about whether or not they should intervene? What is the judge's response to the motion to intervene itself? And then the last one, of course, is the conclusion from the hearing, which we had yesterday. Then, a little bit about the price. BC Backer posted something. He said, "Hey all, like I mentioned in my videos throughout the week, I'm unavailable Friday and Saturday. I have no computer access, so this is the best I can post for now. XRP finally heads back towards the 3-year broken resistance to check for support." Once more, we're coming back to that little point, which we hit a couple of times prior. He also said, "I won't be surprised by one more push down to really grind it there to get a bottom." Typically, that's what we see. takes out a previous low, goes back to hit it, sets one more low, and then pops back up out of there. And some of the replies like this one were, so like, we are similar to 2013 bull run rather than 2017. I remember that being stated a while ago. So all this are normal corrections seen before already. Also meaning we wouldn't see a top for a few more months. There's no real, I guess, answer to that question, because you could have a little bit of a come down, a retest, and then come spike back up. It's really difficult to say because, for example, you might actually consider it to be a same type of rally. It depends, right? You can see it as the same type of rally as right here, for example, where we, again, had a really bullish spike or so, and then once we retested these levels, you can clearly see like these type levels, is when we had one more spike upwards before, again, continuing down for another couple of years. If that were to be the case, of course, it's not that bullish, but a retest like this is definitely not anything crazy, definitely not anything scary. It's, again, on the weekly, maybe looking a little bit sad for some people, but in the end, guys, it's completely normal within a bull run as well. So I am not threatened. I'm not scared, anything like that. Let's let it happen. You know, let's let it happen. We saw one big correction here as well. I mean, it's not that bad. It's just perspective. Raphael posted that the XRP whales keep on buying. The fear of retailers curving higher. Well, I'm not exactly sure how this works, by the way. I keep just putting up different ideas as to how this all goes, but the bigger area, the 0.01% of the accounts, are usually exchanges. There's a couple ones in there, of course, and there's mostly exchanges which have more than 1 billion XRP. And I'm kind of wondering exactly. So this means there's an influx of XRP to those wallets, most likely coming out of the smaller wallets, and that means people are, I would say, less happy to hold it on their own, and they would rather have the exchange hold it for them, or maybe these guys are preparing to sell. Then again, it's so difficult because I usually like to point out that this number should go higher, basically, the lower the XRP price goes, because, well, if you want to stay, for example, at $1 million in terms of account size or account balance, then of course, as the higher the price goes, the less coins you're going to need for it. And so the lower the price goes, you know, the less special these huge balances are. So I was thinking, yeah, they should always go up, and that's usually the way it goes. I'm not exactly sure though what the math behind it is. Like, it's so difficult to pinpoint exactly why these transfers are happening or why this is moving that way. Again, I can put some theories onto it, but I'm not sure exactly which one is right. Then that was it for XRP. Right now we have a couple of more important crypto news pieces, and that's something I want to do more often. You guys like XRP, I know it, but I think some of these articles you just have to know about if you are a crypto investor. So once more, not XRP related, but we can actually kind of take this back to XRP if you want to. MicroStrategy's Sailor on why China is banning Bitcoin mining completely could ignite the most bullish cycle. So even though it's not directly XRP, it is something you need to know about. You should think about this. MicroStrategy founder Michael Saylor, a respected voice in the crypto community, very much so, agrees with this notion. And that's, again, why China banning Bitcoin mining could be a good thing. Quote, a crackdown on miners in China would radically reduce the carbon footprint of Bitcoin mining, increase the profitability of all the remaining Bitcoin miners, reduce nagging China FUD, support progress towards ESG goals, and drive up the value of BTC. We should be so lucky. I would say, guys, this is a perfect opportunity to buy the dip once more. This is literally where people get the riches from. I'm telling you guys. Is this financial advice? Obviously not. Should you listen to me? Obviously not. You can do whatever the frick you want. But I am saying, I think it's a smart decision to buy right frickin' now around these times when the prices are lower. Mostly because it's cheaper than buying a week ago. It's not that it's going to be the cheapest point ever. There's a good chance that tomorrow when you look, again, there's going to be one bigger dip or something like that, right? It could definitely be. Don't get me wrong. It could definitely be. But I'm telling you, it's already half the price that it was like a month ago or so, or 2 months ago. So for XRP, that is specifically. And for BTC, we're also down maybe 35, 40, whatever percent, maybe half. So you're already lucky, I guess, to be in this position where you can actually buy it once more at these cheap prices. I'm going to buy so much. I've already bought so much, but I'm going to keep buying right now as we are in these areas. But I obviously don't have unlimited money, so I have to sell some things to buy more crypto, or I have to take some out of my basically the loaning, right, on DeFi, basically. Just take out a loan a little bit like that to buy more crypto. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do just quite yet, but I'm thinking of what exactly am I going to do here to buy even more crypto? How much exposure do I want to have and all of that? Because, man, this dip, I just can't let it slide. I just can't. Even people in the hotel here, a lot of them are saying we're buying the dip because it's just a juicy one to go for. On the same note, a lot of things that have been pointed out here are really bullish. People are afraid of regulation because other people are afraid. Is this really that scary? No, it isn't. If Bitcoin goes down or anything happens, it's Bitcoin, it's not XRP. That's one thing. Second of all, once more, China getting out of there isn't necessarily the end for Bitcoin. It's only if China were to go for a hostile takeover or anything like that that would be negative. But if those miners quit, you know how much people will rejoice? It'll be so profitable to mine at points like that because all those guys are out of the network. It will take some time to adjust, obviously, but it's a really good thing. Then Vitalik Buterin, crypto will build immune system to Elon Musk tweet. The Ethereum founder also spoke on the most recent market crash, and he basically thinks eventually it'll be immune to Elon Musk's influence. He also acknowledged that the boom and bust nature of the market, and Buterin remains hopeful about digital currencies. I would say, you might actually say that Elon Musk right now is milking the flying F out of these tweets, not to make money, but maybe to actually make the crypto system more robust. It literally might be so that he is doing all this trolling and stuff like that so people don't listen anymore to Twitter. So people don't go pump and dump anymore because of what other influencers or business magnates are saying. It might, again, be a 500 IQ move to make sure that crypto can't be manipulated by some, guys with a lot of influence anymore, purely because Elon Musk has milked it too much. Could be. Maybe it's really that type of plan. It could be. Then, as time goes on, anyway, if he continues on like this, people will not react to it anymore. It's just a matter of time. It might take 3 years, but eventually it will happen. Same old song with China regulatory issues and crypto ban. Long history of FUD. Let me tell you guys once more. It's been, since 2013, China has been on, off about this crypto stuff. It's not like all of this is new. It's just people think it's new or people think it's something heavy. No, it isn't. A Dutch Domino's pizza franchisee now offers part of salary in Bitcoin. Hey, just saw Dutch, saw Bitcoin. I was like, hey, let me quickly click that. Yeah. Immensness, which owns and operates 16 Domino's pizza stores in the Netherlands, is now offering its staff a part of their salary in Bitcoin. They want to motivate their young staff, mostly school-going, to get familiar with the financial world, co-owner Jonathan Gurevich told The Block. I think it's pretty cool. And then ADA claims fourth spot as BNB slips. BNB is a coin which does really amazing when the market is going well and really, really bad when the market goes down. Usually because people, really don't like coins like that because they're related to an exchange, to Binance, for example, in this specific case. You don't want to be involved with those type of projects. Most people don't. When things go bad because, well, the coin doesn't have those fundamentals, basically. It doesn't have the real crypto fundamentals. It has the fundamentals of, okay, we buy this when things go well because if Binance gets more popular, well, this coin will get more popular. That's usually what people buy. You might say, oh, but people buy it because of the Binance Smart Chain. The Binance Smart Chain is mostly filled with just crappy, quote-unquote, crappy alts. When the market goes down, those alts really go down hard. So Binance is not really that interesting for a really negative market. But in a bullish market, it is really, really an amazing coin. And I do think a longer-term coin as well. I don't think it's a bad one to hold at all. But yeah, guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I'm so freaking tired, man. I don't know what's going on today. Also, I posted some less videos purely because of that, but hopefully you still enjoyed it, though.